Hey YouTubers, I'm Nico, the founder of Morningfame, and as you know, Morningfame is currently in beta, and I deeply appreciate all of you guys who joined as beta testers. I really have to tell you how important your feedback really was. But before that, let me ask you a question. What is Morningfame still missing? In your everyday life as a YouTuber, is there something you do that you wish Morningfame could help you? What could I add to Morningfame so it becomes a really good companion for your journey as a YouTuber? I really look forward to read your thoughts. My intention actually was to create a tool that can become the go-to solution for most of you guys. And for that I spoke to as many YouTubers as I could to form a good overall understanding of your needs. But since the needs of each YouTuber is a little bit different, the big question now is, did I form a good understanding? My focus actually is on one major need, and that is to come up with a strategy that will grow your channel. And in order to peel out what is needed for a tool, to inspire you to come up with that strategy, there were three major events that I think made a huge difference for Morningfame. First, I started out with what you now know as a traction tab, and that is all about listening to your audience. See what they liked and see what they didn't like. And that is in itself a strategy to grow. Repeat the videos they liked and replace the videos they didn't like with something else you try. And I think the traction tab helps you with that very well. When I started the beta with just the traction tab, by the way, I invited a small group of YouTubers, and one of them was Troy. His feedback was actually game changing because he recommended me the book Customers Included.
Hey, thanks Nico. Hi, I'm Troy on Troy's Tube. So a little bit of background about this book. My work told me that I had to read this book. I don't like reading books. I just don't make time for it. It's my personality. But I gave it a shot, and as I opened the pages and as I read more, I found myself getting more and more immersed. I was relating to the stories and thought like, wow, this is mind-blowing. I learned that like I could write the latest and greatest technologies, write the coolest features, write the best code, but if the users don't find value from it, if you're not providing them that they can have value from, they're not going to use it. It's going to sit there and collect dust. Nico's just working so hard, and that application keeps evolving and growing, and he's like really applying himself and thinking of like what the experience as a YouTuber yourself is going through, and it's just becoming more and more valuable, and I just can't wait to see what the application does next. Keep doing what you're doing, honestly, because I don't want to speak for everyone else, but really we find value from everything you do. So if you haven't checked out his application yet, Nico, you should be posting a link here somewhere. You should be definitely checking out.
Thanks Troy, you really opened my eyes with this feedback. I knew that value was important, but now I learned how to go about it. When I continued my research, I discovered one important question that many YouTubers ask. What is the next step to grow your channel? Of course, the traction tab tells you which videos work great, so it's always a good idea to make more of those. But this is not really a full-fledged strategy yet. That I discovered when I had long discussions with Ashley. Back then, I did my very best to help her to find that next step. First of all, I discovered, compared to similar channels, she had amazingly many views, like 10 times as many. But also she had very few comments, so my recommendation was to grow the engagement.
Hey Nico, I just wanted to pop in and say thank you so much for all of your help with everything, and your tips on increasing my engagement have made a world of difference. So to see all of the progress that you're making with Morningfame just makes me really excited. So yeah. Props to you.
Thank you so much, Ashley. You really motivated me to think further. What I actually did for her was a channel review. A channel review that usually a certified consultant would do. But in no way did I have the experience to do such consultant work. But what helped me to give good advice was the data Morningfame had about similar channels. And when I realized that, it struck me. I could do automated reviews. And with that, the strategy and the workshop tab were born. What you now see in the lower half of the workshop tab, the growth opportunities, is an automated version of what I did for Ashley back then. Such a game changer. My next big revelation was realizing that growing your channel is a circle of rinse and repeat. Finding out what worked best, improving what still needs improvement, publishing a new video, and checking if the video raised the bar. Full circle. The Traction tab lets you find out what worked best. The Strategy and the Workshop tab lets you zone in on what needs to be improved. But just using the Traction tab to find out if the new video raised the bar didn't completely satisfy me. This is why I came up with the Velocity tab. Inspired by Brian G. Johnson, from him I heard the term view velocity for the first time.
Nico, thank you. From one YouTuber to another, thank you for including view velocity in Morningfame. It allows me to track my progress to see what's working and what's not. And yet, it's missing from YouTube analytics. That's what makes Morningfame an incredible tool that every YouTuber should check out. Thank you.
Absolutely my pleasure, Brian. Actually, your videos influenced my thinking so much that many parts of Morningfame were influenced one way or the other by your knowledge. By the way, guys, Brian's book with an insane dose of his knowledge will come out the day after tomorrow, Monday. Tube Ritual Volume 1. My vision was to create a tool to help you come up with a strategy to grow your channel. Did I turn this vision into reality to a good extent, or is there something missing in your opinion? I really look forward to read your comments. And one last thing, I got a ton of valuable feedback from you. There was no time to mention it all, but I really couldn't have done it without you. So big thanks. And cheers, guys!